Are you having trouble finding consistency as a day trader here in 2023? Let's talk about a few things that I believe will help you find consistency in 2023. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Everybody wants to become a day trader. It's the hot new job of 2023. Maybe 2020 was hotter, but 2023, people still want to be day traders. You still want to be a day trader, but you can't find consistency. You don't know what to do. You can't figure out how to get to that next level of consistency, of profit, of getting to where you want to be as a day trader. What should you do? How do you get there? Well, let's talk about a few things on what you need to be consistent as a day trader. First thing you need is a strategy. The second thing you need is a very simple way of trading in terms of like having one instrument, trade one stock, whatever it is, just focusing on one thing when you first start out. And then also having rules, having it all based on a rule system so that you have your max loss, so that you have your profit target, you have all that set up so you know what you should do. So there's three things that are going to lead you to becoming a more consistent day trader. I can't promise you're going to become a millionaire, but you can get to a point where maybe you're just not losing as much money. Remember, most day traders lose money. So if you can get to a point where you're not losing a lot of money, well, then you're really killing it. So let's talk about those three things more in depth right here. The first thing that you're going to need is a solid strategy. Luckily for you guys, you can learn this very simple strategy that I teach in the Market Flow Trader community in the course. There's over 40 videos in the Market Flow Trader course breaking down everything that you see, everything that I'm looking at, all the indicators, all the charts, everything that you can't see on the chart, in depth, in my mind, real trades, real action, kind of showing you guys what I look for when I'm actually looking for this setup and how you can capitalize off this very consistent setup, right? First thing we have is we have the EMAs, we got the VWAP on there, and you'll learn everything by the course. We got our MACD down there at the bottom. How does it all work? You can see the breakdown, just a beautiful move. This is a 30 handle move. And I posted this exact strategy, this setup here on Twitter. You can see I posted it that I was going to the gym. I was going to come back and then look to get filled. And guess what happened? I ended up getting filled there at the 90, 88 level. So the strategy, it works. This is not just me in hindsight telling you like, hey, look, this is how to trade it. You can see I shorted right there, covered down there. It was all laid out there on Twitter. And I talked about literally going to the gym and making money there. So the strategy is real. This is not just me making up in hindsight, like, oh, look at this strategy, this is how you trade it. The cool thing about the strategy is it's very consistent. You might get one or two good setups per day, and you look for an entry. There's a overall great risk to reward. The whole entire setup is all laid out in the Market Flow Trader community in the course. So if you guys want to learn more, there's a link down below. Let's talk about what else you need to be a consistently profitable, focused day trader in 2023. The rules, right? You need the rules. You need to understand that you're going to have red days, bad days as a trader, and that's okay. It's part of the process. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days, but finally getting to a point where you can accept that you're going to have a red day, that's going to be so powerful in your journey of becoming consistent. Because if you're only like freaking out and going crazy when you have a red day and you're blowing up every time you have a red day, you're going to have problems. You're not going to be consistent. You're going to end up losing more money than you're making. And that's one thing to really think about. Think about being consistent in the sense of like, hey, even having a red day is part of the journey. At least I'm not blowing up. At least I'm not losing everything in my bank account every single time I have a red day. Getting to a point where you have a $100 red day, a $300 profit day, that's a great overall risk to reward. If you can think about your risk reward also as your daily profit and loss. So you're thinking, okay, I want to risk today $500. My max loss is $500 and I want to make 2 to 1. So I want to make $1,000 in profit. If you can do that consistently, if you can do that 60% of the time, well, you're making money. You're making money as a day trader. So that's all you need to think about, is not trying to hit for home runs, not trying to make $1 million in your first year, just trying to break even, and then just trying to protect your capital, right? Staying consistent comes with a few things. You got to have your strategy. You got to be rule-based. You got to understand discipline. You got to know that if you break the rules, you're going to pay the price. And if you're looking for a real way to like set your rules and make it so that you have to follow those rules, the Top Step Combine is perfect for that, because you're paying $150 a month, and it's basically forcing you to be serious, to follow the rules, and to not play around, because you're like, hey, I'm spending money on this, right? Like, it takes money to reset. You know, the problem with trading in a simulator is you don't have that risk. You don't have that fear of losing, where at least with the Top Step Combine, when you're going through the Combine, you have that fear of like, oh man, if I break a rule, I'm going to lose money. So you need to have that when you start trading. So I would really think a great thing to do is start learning trading, and then you can sign up for the Combine and then go through the Combine following the rules. They offer a 14-day trial as well for free. So links down below if you want to learn more about Top Step and all of that. And then for the final idea for being more consistent here in 2023, guys, I'm thinking just one very simple idea. Trade the ES. Trade the ES, the S&P 500, the micros. You know, trade the same thing every day. Trade the NASDAQ, whatever it is. Trade one thing, one instrument. Focus on futures. Honestly, if you're going to start out day trading in 2023, there is no reason to do anything other than trade futures. The great thing about trading futures is if you can make money trading futures, if you can make money learning how to trade futures, you can always trade anything with a candlestick. Futures are one of the most dynamic, liquid markets there are. There's a ton of money going in and out every day in the ES. I mean, it's happening. This is where the action is at. So if you want to learn more, there's a bunch of links down below. You want to learn about the community, you want to learn about the Market Flow Trader course, there's a link for that. There's links, there's all kinds of links. If you got any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'm trying to give you guys some tips on what you really need to focus on here in 2023 for consistency. And that just comes down to 3 simple ideas, my friends. Having a solid strategy, which you can very easily learn from my videos. Number 2, just following the discipline, which again, you can learn from my videos. You can check out Top Step as well. And then 3, just really focusing on one simple thing. One strategy, one simple trade every day, just the same idea. I'm just looking for one good trade per day.